welcome back, collective. If you're in a season where you keep asking God for clarity, where you're trying to trust but all you feel is uncertainty, or where you've been bargaining with God because you don't know what else to do, then this video is for you. Hi. For those of you who don't know me, David William Pierce, the founder of the Aligned Living Collective. Let's go with that word. Okay, so you're here because you've asked questions and you've had looks like confusion. Wait, what? Okay, what looks like confusion now might actually be protection you haven't recognized yet. And what feels like God being silent may actually be the moment He's holding on the most. What? What is this? Okay, let's keep going. Genesis 28. Jacob alone, uncertain, afraid, lying on a stone in the wilderness, a moment that looked like nothing but became the foundation of everything. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go. Genesis 28:15. Jacob doesn't get a roadmap. He doesn't get a 10-point plan. He gets presence. He gets protection. He gets the promise. I'm with you. Yeah. Okay, so this video, idle hands, great. This is a video response to, so Tiffany and I, we watch church every Sunday, endeavour to, and it's the Elevation Church on YouTube. It's not something that I thought I'd be watching, but I'm getting a lot from it. And so this video that I'm creating is in response to a sermon from Pastor Stephen Furtick. And one of the things that he spoke about was how the strategic can camouflage the surrender. We only realized the steps were strategic afterwards. So in the moment, it just feels like surrender and sometimes stupidity. What if Jacob wasn't actually bargaining with God? He was saying, if you'll be with me, if you'll watch over me, if you'll feed me, then that's enough for me to start to trust you. That's enough. If you do these things, if you are with me, if I feel your presence, if you watch over me, if I'm safe, and if you feed me, if I'm still alive, then that's enough for me to trust that everything is working out, that everything's fine. Because, and in that, there's the letting go, and then the ability to focus on making it finer. Okay? When you stop worrying about everything not being okay, all that's left is for you to do the things that make it okay or better. Where attention goes, energy flows, people. Okay, most of us, back to the teleprompter, especially during painful or uncertain season, we want God to give us proof before we trust. We want the proof before the pudding. I had this when I have this analogy for training handstands, right? Say I want to do a handstand. I want to learn to do a handstand. But I can't do a handstand. So if I needed to see proof that I could do a handstand, then I'd never do the training to bring that into being. I can envision it, fantasize about it, dream about it, see it in my mind's eye. Consciousness then creates reality. I bring that into being. But if I keep focusing on how I'm not a handstander, then that's what I bring into being. Trust doesn't grow from proof, it grows from practice. There it is, people. Just practice. Just keep practicing. Like this. Okay, so I'm not, it is not in my bones to jump in and do these videos. I'd rather be moving my body. This is not where my passion is. And yet, I'm doing it because I want to improve from it. And rather than focus on, I'm not good at it, focus on how I can just enjoy it 10% more. And from presence in that, from that practice, proof comes. I will get better at this. I promise. I promise. From pausing long enough to recognize all the ways God has already been protecting you, providing for you, present with you, in what He's presented to you, what do you have? It's an opportunity to thank Him for the protection you haven't recognized yet, and maybe that's the step you've been missing. Thank you for getting me through this thing that I find challenging. Thank you for being present with me in the pauses and the steps. Thank you for keeping me safe. And thank you for keeping me alive. Can't ask for more than that. Śaraṇa-śraddhā. Śaraṇa-śraddhā. Surrendering trust. That is a mantra, is a reminder that trust is born not from evidence, but from recognition. The spanda says, even in the midst of activity, the vibration of consciousness remains steady. I'll take your word for it, ChatGPT. Meaning, and if I'm mistaken, please correct me. Beneath your chaos, God is steady. Beneath your fear, God is present. Beneath your confusion, there is an unshakable pulse holding you. Consciousness. The Bible calls it God. Tantric calls it spanda. Your body calls it knowing beneath the noise. Your heartbeat. It's not there. I didn't want to disrupt my different languages, same truth. You are alive. You are safe. And you are not alone. A few years back, personal story, I was on a cross-country cycling expedition when my left knee gave out and I had to stop due to the pain. And I'm still dealing with that pain to this day. There's still an energetic digestion that's happening. Currently, it's getting stronger, it's getting better. I'm feeling that. And I'm not moving with pain. I'm just aware that there is energy, scar, still there, still here, like in my essence, in my being. I'm still rewriting some stories, aren't we all? So I had to stop due to the pain, and I was upset. And I sat for days in deep meditation, asking God if He was punishing me. I was fortunate enough to be in a position where I could just be by myself for extended periods of time. And armed with just stillness, silence, my tantric studies and hypnosis training, I explored the void space where God lives and listened to what was offered back. It allowed me to find peace and gratitude for what had happened. Peace and gratitude for the fact that my left knee, actually it wasn't about the knee, it was that the journey, the adventure had to come to an end. I found peace with that. I didn't, however, bring that peace to my knee. That would have been a really good idea. The thing that's causing you pain right now in your life, find a way to find peace and gratitude for it, because it'll lead to something even better than you're imagining you want right now. For me, that was the best paid job that I'd had. Then getting to travel the world, meet Tiffany, my partner, co-found our business in Central America together. go on the adventure. I see how I wasn't being punished because God hated me. He wasn't punishing me for my protection. He was punishing me for my protection. I know it feels like a twisted way to look at it, but when it stopped being a problem, I see now all the ways that it's brought so much beauty into my life. How it's allowed life to play through me in a completely different way than it was at that time. When we can accept what is, which is the fundamental idea in the tantric teachings, we get to align with life. Here's the pattern I see again and again in my work. People don't struggle because God has abandoned them. They struggle because they can't recognize what they already have. They think, I need more proof before I can trust. But really, what they need is recognition that you're still alive. That's provision. You were protected from the things you didn't even know were coming. That's grace. You didn't get what you wanted because God was giving you what you needed. You still have breath, which means your purpose isn't done yet. You're still here. And this is where TCH comes in. It helps you reorganize what your mind has forgotten. It dissolves the old fear-based narratives. It helps you rewrite the beliefs that you keep bargaining instead of trusting. It helps you meet the stone in your life. That anchor, that grounding, that foundation. And seeing that God was there the whole time, that universe, the consciousness, whatever, you were never alone. Jacob took the stone he slept on. He turned it into a memorial. He poured oil on it and declared, surely God was in this place and I didn't know it. Tantrically, the stone is called Adhara, a grounding point, a reminder. Today, choose a stone in your life, a memory, a moment, a struggle, a loss, a stupid decision that turned out to be protection, a mug. Place your awareness on it and whisper, śaraṇa-śraddhā, śaraṇa-śraddhā, śaraṇa-śraddhā. Surrendering trust. This is you practicing trust before proof. This is you saying, this is then. God has already been working. It is now. These are complex ideas for them to land consciously and subconsciously. So I get if you're feeling a little lost, a little confused, or maybe you've completely got it. So salute to you. To help this land, let me tell you about Prem, whether you have it or not, who was struggling with uncertainty. Prem had been walking through a lonely stretch of land for days. The nights were colder than he expected, and the silence echoed louder than their thoughts. Gosh. At last, exhausted, he dropped to the ground and leaned against a rough, ordinary stone. God, if you're with me, show me, Prem whispered. But nothing happened. No lightning, no warmth, just stillness. Frustrated, Prem muttered, I need more proof. The stone, silent as ever, didn't argue. Hours later, just as the horizon began to blush with morning light, Prem felt something subtle. like a shimmer underneath the skin, a whisper through the breath, not a voice, just a knowing, just a knowing, a knowing. The stone suddenly didn't feel ordinary anymore. It felt protective, present, like it had held them through the night. An old woman appeared at the edge of the path carrying a small jar of oil. Strange place to rest, she teased gently. Prem shrugged. It's stupid. Is it stupid? She smiled. Or was it surrender? She handed Prem the oil. Anoint the place where you noticed the protection you didn't recognize. Trust doesn't grow from proof, it grows from practice. And as Prem poured the oil over that once forgotten stone, they felt something like gratitude rising. Not for what God had said, but for what he had already done, or she. Shiva or Shakti, wherever you want to be at today. śaraṇa-śraddhā, surrendering trust. śaraṇa-śraddhā, surrendering trust. śaraṇa-śraddhā, surrendering trust. If this message reverberated through you, with you, sticking somewhat, as you salivate with anticipation, if you're navigating uncertainty, loneliness, or decision fatigue, if you're challenged by relationships and your yoga practice, medicine journeys, retreats, gurus hasn't solved it for you, maybe it's because looking out there isn't where the solution lies. But I get it. Turning in is wrought with uncertainty and unconsciousness, which means you don't have to navigate it alone. Join the Aligned Living Collective if you haven't already. If you're in there, please comment what landed for you in this video, what teaching has been alive for you, is sitting with you, is still being digested by your being. And if you're not part of the collective, an invitation in the description to go check it out. I'll leave a video here if I can remember to do it now. I will remember to do it. It's for your, I'm trying to share something valuable with you. It's a space where I'm endeavoring to create a support network, a hive mind, so we can all get the support we need, even when we felt like it's not out there for us. Because it is out there for us, but to realize that it's in here for us. If that made any sense, you're in the right place. Thank you for being here. And remember, the divine is not above you, it is within you. You are the dreamer, awakening within the dream. So